Mani, I interrupted because your favorite director is watching. Lijo Joe's Pallисsery is
Hello,
watching.
hello,
Lijo. You're on Facebook, so we can't really interact with you. So I'm just waving at you. Mani's been talking so much about your films. I've seen only one film of yours. I'm not able to wave. So you should talk to him. He's just here watching.
I think, Lijo, I'm a big fan of yours.
Yeah.
I think you're probably one of the best directors going today.
Yeah.
Congrats, keep it up.
Yeah. Jallikkattu and Ima, you, and so many films. Angamali Diaries. He's watching
Amen.
you. Yes. I think we've come to the end. Mani, thank you so much.
ഞാൻ ലിജോ ജോസ് പല്ലിശ്ശേരിയുടെ വലിയ ഫാനാണെന്ന് തുറന്നു പറഞ്ഞ് രംഗത്ത് വന്നിരിക്കുകയാണ് ഇന്ത്യൻ സിനിമയിലെ ഇതിഹാസ സംവിധായകരിൽ ഒരാളായ മണിരത്നം. ഭാര്യയും മലയാളികളുടെ പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട നടിയുമായ സുഹാസിനിയോടൊപ്പം ഫേസ്ബുക്ക് ലൈവിൽ വന്നപ്പോഴാണ് മണിരത്നം ഇത് വെളിപ്പെടുത്തിയത്. ലിജോയുടെ ചിത്രങ്ങൾ പേരെടുത്ത് പറഞ്ഞ മണിരത്നം ലിജോ ഇന്നത്തെ തലമുറയിലെ ഏറ്റവും മികച്ച സംവിധായകരിൽ ഒരാളാണെന്നും ഫേസ്ബുക്ക് ലൈവിൽ പറയുന്നുണ്ട്. ജല്ലിക്കട്ടാണ് ലിജോ ജോസ് പല്ലിശ്ശേരി സംവിധാനം ചെയ്ത് അവസാനമായി പുറത്തിറങ്ങിയ ചിത്രം.
The line that has become eternally associated with me and Alaipaide, which is now another umela asapadlani algarken kuda nanikalana alla naladrumonu bhayamarke. This being such a dialogish line, but you still let it be in the film. What was that?
Hi, Madi.
Hi, Mani sir, how are you?
I'm good. All well?
I know. All well, thank you. Yeah, this as well as both of us can be inside confined areas. So it's on hold right now because we can't move out of the house. So I'm சொல்லுவாங்க இல்லையா சும்மா இருக்கிற சங்க ஊதி கிடத்தா அப்படிங்கிறது அதான் நடந்துட்டு இருக்கு இப்போ. Trying to touch areas that shouldn't be touched, but so I have to ask you a couple of questions. First of all, congratulations. It's 20 years of Alaipaide today.
Wow.
Today? Yes?
Yeah.
Congratulations. Yeah. That's the celebration today. Yeah.
That is true. So I've been inundated with questions. So one of the things that I wanted to ask you, Mani sir, and I think I'm speak for a lot of people, is that you don't seem to be the kind of person who goes out and mingles socially so much, or goes out and travels on your own so much. But all your films, and it's spectacular, the variety of films that you've made and made sense of with your movies. How do you gather the relationships so easily? I mean, the kind of relationships that people share that are so intimate that one is able to see only in your movies, the understanding of people. How are you able to gather these experiences as a writer? How are you able to portray that so really?
Okay. I will not say that you're, as old as I am, but if you can see it and think that it is relevant for, over a period of time, if as an audience you feel, that this belongs to the 80s, 90s and 20s, 2010 and 20, if you're able to receive it, then you should be able to bounce it back to, it's not really, you don't have to go out of your way, you don't have to, go and try to gather things. It comes in as a part of growing, as a part of existing in this world, as part of interacting. So it is, and it's not as though the basic ideas really change. It's not as though there's been a drastic change in ideas. I think whatever is happening in 2020 was also felt or probably in the mind when you were younger. So it is
True.
not, I think, so to an extent you can easily identify with it. I can, see that it's happening today, but it was on thought of those days. So that's all.
So when you see a relationship between Nayakar and his people, it's not like you've actually gone and spent time with the Don. Or when you see the kind of relationship between in OK Kanmani or in Chakka Chavandavanam, it is so real the way you are able to portray those relationships. So my question to you is, do you read about these people? Do you actually spend time with these people? How do you acquire this fantastic ability to portray them so really? Be it a defense, be it Dawn, be it romance, be it a middle class family in Maniratnam. That's my question to you.
Yeah. To an extent, I think we have to understand that we have to be there, gather whatever you can, or sense whatever you can, and sometimes you just need to get a sense of it, to get the the truth inside.
Project it, you mean?
Yeah, truth inside it. I'll give you an example for Nayagan, for example. I was lucky to have an assistant director who was a part of Mudliyat.
Oh.
And he used to wear only white and white. And I didn't know that he was that. And luckily he was there through the film. So we could get few, things like that. He would sit on the floor and not on a sofa, when the sofa is there. That kind of one element, helps you deconstruct a character and then expand on it.
Last question, sir, which I'm supposed to ask you because it's Jallikkattu Day. We've seen all your movies, and a lot of your dialogues have become iconic. From Nayakan's film where he says "Ninga nallavara kettavara" to a lot of these movies throughout history. But they've all been single lines. Lines that have not been tried to go out of their way to make it sound like dialogues, but they became eternal after the film released. My question to you is, during Jallikkattu, the line that has become eternally associated with me and Jallikkattu, which is now another like 6 lines. And I know that you being a realistic kind of a filmmaker, you must have cringed at this being such a dialoguish line, but you still let it be in the film. What was that change that made you decide that this has, because I've never known you in any of the other films to have such long dialoguish lines in a movie. They're monosyllabic like you.
He said you should see Irivar.
Oh, no. But they were not meant to, they were meant to communicate. In a film like Jallikkattu, this was dialoguish. Or that's what I felt. And did you feel it there, or you thought it went with the natural flow?
Of course not, of course not. You just felt, I had 2 trains at the same time. I was only worried about catching it. I would be bothered whether it was 4 or 5 lines. As long as I said it correctly in one take, I'm fine.
Yeah, I remember. Yes, I remember that clearly. It was a tough day. We had the trains only for a few hours, and honestly, I never thought it would become iconic lines. And I am, very grateful to be associated with those lines.
Good for you. It was made for you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm going to leave you with other people who are dying to ask you questions.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Be safe.
Thank you.
Bye, sir. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.